Welcome back. Time is 8:15. Little baby zombies. That's how one parent described a group of 10 to 13-year-old YMCA summer campers who got sick after eating chocolate laced with drugs. A counselor said they noticed a camper handing out candy to others. Campers then reported feeling sick shortly after.
Several children, including ones with cerebral palsy, epilepsy, and anxiety, were hospitalized. They're all expected to be okay. The YMCA put out a statement saying sharing food is against camp policy.
Joining us now is our chief legal analyst, Khalif Rhodes. So counselors say they're not really sure how the camper got this candy laced with magic mushrooms, but what could the charges potentially be if this is maybe a parent leaving candy around or anyone who left it and the child had access to it?
Well, this case is going to come down to a couple things. It'll be probably a juvenile delinquency process, but then you could potentially have a civil process and maybe a case against the parents if they didn't properly maintain or store these items. I mean, it's a jump in assumption to say that the parents are who provided the laced candy to the kids. I mean, but if that's what the facts and the evidence point to, potentially some type of criminality for the parents. I mean, distribution of a controlled substance, possession with intent to distribute, endangering the welfare of a child. I mean, that's probably the easiest ones that I could look at when looking at New Jersey's statutes. But it's contributing to the delinquency of a child, their child, and the other children that were injured. I think that's probably going to be the easiest step. The criminal process for a juvenile is significantly different than the criminal process for an adult. But either way, I think that's the way that it goes. As a former YMCA child that's been a number of times in camps, yes, disturbed, but to the question of not sure how this occurred, it's ratio size. I mean, you have a lot of kids to a small amount of counselors. It's hard to supervise that amount, but that's why the YMCA went right back to their policy. We have things like this in place to ensure that this doesn't happen. We know we don't have enough folks to watch and monitor everyone one-to-one, but what we will make sure is that you're not doing anything that could provide any type of illness to another camper, so we don't have any peanut allergies or things like that happening. I mean, the folks in their legal team that have provided them with the recognition that that's something that they should avoid, it's doing their job for sure.
I mean, the good news is it sounds like the kids that were hospitalized are going to be okay, so that's good. But could those families potentially file, depending on who to blame ultimately, whether it's a kid or whether it's a parent, a civil suit or something like that?
Yeah, I mean, I think potential civil liability will be there against the YMCA. Again, the first portion is there's not one-to-one supervision, and that's why the YMCA is coming out with their statement, hey, we have a policy against this. So even if some counselor was participating in this, that's allowing them to distance themselves and say, hey, this is a strict policy against no passing out these type of things, so situations like this don't occur. And then you're trying to connect them to liability for the actions of a child. It's going to be a supervision issue because it's not obviously going to be in their policy that this type of thing occurs, so now there's going to just be a lack of supervision. When did it occur? When did you know? How fast did you respond? Those are the type of questions you'll have to answer, and you won't know that until the evidence is presented. But if there is a civil case, discovery would show that. What type of text messages, when was the 911 call placed out, when were parents made aware? Those are the types of things that would happen.
Okay. Again, our chief legal analyst, Khalif Rhodes, weighing in on that for us. Khalif, thank you.
Queen City News Plus. Just search Queen City News on your smart TV's app store.